Well, here we are, July 2nd, 2023, and Pulse Chain has launched. Launched about 45 days ago, and it's doing some unexpected things and some expected things. And one of the expected things that I had is everybody that told me, hey man, we've been waiting for 2 years, when this 100X's, I'm gonna take this $1 million, I'm gonna buy this and this. And I always thought, well, you have to not sell on a 50X, and you have to not sell on a 25X, and you have to not sell on a 10X and a 5X. And I knew I just said, you think it's gonna come out at 100? It can't do this. Everybody has to have a chance to sell. They have to have that opportunity to not take a profit. And we're in that zone right now. We're still in that zone. It's been 45 days, and we're in that zone of people. There's people buying, lots of money being bridged in, and yet the price isn't pumping. Well, that means people are selling the same amount or more. So it's not that hard to figure out. At some point, they'll be out of tokens. New sellers will stop coming, and the buyers will have to pay a higher price. But we aren't there yet. Could it take 15 days to 6 months? Yeah, it could. Do I think it'll take 6 months? Probably 45 days. 15 to 45 days before we'll see a little bit, but then it'll move up to whatever level, and there'll be new sellers at that level. It's just the way crypto works. So it's okay. We're here in beautiful Lahui. It's got a fun sign right here. Current conditions: green, yellow, or red. Where do you think we are? You think we're in the mild, moderate, or hazardous conditions? I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to recap the last few years. So first video I made here in Lahui was right around Christmas time, maybe, of 2020, and Hex has hit a penny, and it was amazing. That whole year, we had went in Hex, we went through a dump, buying, and just continued down for the first 30, 45 days, and then started going up, and some people sold and some people didn't. I didn't. But then it did some big pumps, and some people sold trying to catch the dip, and some people didn't. I didn't. Sometimes it dipped, and sometimes it kept going up. And it's an interesting thought, because are we going to experience anything like that? I think it'll be quite a bit different, because people don't have their tokens locked up. Like the first 30 days of token buying, like 98% of all the tokens were locked up. Mine, 100% were locked up instantly. The day I got them is the day I staked them. And people don't have any of their Pulse Chain staked. There's a few that are running validators, and they have theirs locked up. They could always unlock them if they wanted. But it'll be a different beast, where the weak hands will get shook out a lot quicker over here. They're being shook out right now. And So it's going to be a different animal. It's not going to work the exact same way. Where the ones who just hold tight and wait for their steaks to come out and wait for 2 years or 1 year, whatever it is, and there's nothing for sale, so people that want to buy have to pay a higher price. Like, that's not going to happen over here. Over here, when the price goes up, there'll be new sellers. There'll be people that say, oh, I just wanted to sell on a double. Fine, I waited 2 years, I want a double, I'm out. You know, some of them are leaving right now, but the ones that stay and have that willpower, I want to sell on a double only. Okay, that won't be that, you know, whenever that happens, there'll be a new round of sellers. Anyway, it's interesting to think about. We're going through the phase of random coins pumping on pulse chain. It's funny to think about that, but expected. And I just thought I'd chill out here and think for a second. It's a beautiful day. Life is good. Keep working. DCA into pulse chain while it's low, and just hang tight. You know, this is 3 years in. 3.5 years in from when I first bought. Now, when I first bought Hex, my brain said 5 years away from it being worth anything. That's still 1.5 years from now. So it'll be interesting to see in 1.5 years what's happening. It'll be pretty much for sure going to be above a penny. Right now it's at what, a penny, 2 pennies between both sides of the chain. One's 0.8 and 1.2 or 1.3. So it is what it is. I also realized it was interesting the other day. I started thinking about Richard was right about something, and that's why these random tokens are pumping. It's like there's a huge percentage of the market that buys these tokens without knowing anything about them. Like, when I'm not part of that group, so like when I buy a token, I know what it is. I know how what it does, how it works, why you might need it. I know why Hex works. I know you can stake it and you get to be part of the inflation. It works like a CD. I understand that. I realize there's a lot of people, they're buying Hex. They never even went to the hex.com website. They haven't looked at it. They've never staked. All they've done is they're buying ticker symbols, waiting for it to pump so they can sell it. And that's what's happening on Pulse Chain, is a lot of these ticker symbols are just pumping because it's just that group. When he said people want the same ticker symbol on a different chain, he knew, yeah, there's a large group of people that just want to trade ticker symbols on a different chain. And if he gets them over here, that's just more business for the network. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good one. Have a good 4th of July weekend. I'll talk to you later.